Hey, hello, good
Hey,
evening,
Andre, how
guys.
you doing, bro?
We have the same haircut.
Yeah,
Ah,
man, matching.
that's it, man. How are you? How are you? You okay?
I'm really good, thanks. How are you, bro?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you so much, man, to join us.
No worries, no worries.
Thank you, guys, to Nova Forca. Everybody's there, man.
Yeah,
You,
man, good.
everybody wants to have you in the interview, man. They said so many questions. I had to filter the questions here because they were like, "This
Yeah, I'm
guy,
getting nervous. I was like,
they love you, Jake. Love you, Sam is there. Let Sam join. Oh man, amazing, Jake. And how are you doing? How are you doing? Are you working at the moment, Jake?
I've not been working for a few weeks. I think I'm gonna start back in a couple of weeks. Just been literally sort of
Living
surviving.
life.
What about you? Have you been able to work or?
No,
I
no.
can imagine.
It's all, yeah, it's all frozen. Like the swimming pool, they even took the water out. So it's
There's the water out.
like they took the time to clean and then to refurbish everything.
Oh, okay.
So it's all like, oh, but it's okay. You'll be okay. Yeah. Oh, Todd is there as well, man. Amazing.
Everyone's there.
Everyone is there, man. And how's the training going, Jake? Are you doing any training at the moment?
Yeah, I'm doing a fair bit. I'm running most days and I'm doing weights. I bought some dumbbells just before we went down to lockdown, and doing some body weight exercises, some chin ups and push ups and stuff, bits and
Yeah.
bobs. What about you? You managing to keep fit?
Oh man, I'm doing like lots of TRX. I got a TRX in the garden, and I
Oh,
got like some little weight, very light weight, and I've managed to put a pull-up bar on the door frame, and that's my gym.
good, 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 good.
It's just to keep it, isn't it? Not to lose, but it's
Yeah, definitely.
just to keep it in brain. Look, and you're very popular, Jake. You got everybody in.
Yeah, I know. I need to watch what I say. There's too many people.
Yes, welcome everybody. That's it. So we're doing this live just to keep the guys together, Jake, and I'm really pleased that you made it through to be with us. So look, we have a Ricardo, the master there. Hey Ricardo,
Yeah.
good evening. So now we can start it then. Ricardo is in, so we can start
Oh,
now.
good, good.
Jake, tell us about. I know you did Taekwondo and you had some background in martial arts, and tell us a little bit how is your history with martial arts?
Yeah. Well, I did taekwondo when I was a lot younger. I don't know what age I was when I started, but I was in primary school. So I did that for I don't know, maybe 5 6 years, and then I stopped for a while after that because I actually fell out with the people that I was training with, and then after a little while I just came down to the gym. We were in the scout hut in Epsom at this point, and from then on I just stuck with jiu jitsu and stuck at no forcer.
Yeah. And how did you find Nova Força, Jake? How did it happen that you get to?
Well, when I was looking to do jiu jitsu. I was like, because I'd already watched the UFC. And then I was like, oh, I'll try jiu-jitsu out. And then I just googled it up. I just googled it, and then there was two gyms I could go to, sort of like within distance at that time, and it was No Forcer or Andy Roberts in Farnborough, which is too far. But then I came to No Forcer, and then that was it.
Oh man, amazing! That's so cool. Talking about UFC, on Monday I just got a confirmation from Jimmy. So Jimmy Maruva will be joining us on Monday as well
Oh,
for
brilliant!
to give the heads up. I told him
Oh,
that you
that's
were
good.
here today, so he probably gonna join us.
Oh,
And,
that'd be nice.
he
Oh,
just said
brilliant.
like on Monday he wants to join in as well and give his support to Nova Força team. So that's good. And how was it when you got to Nova Força first time?
Yeah, it was good. I went with my dad, and he took me in, and I don't know if you ever met the guy. There was a guy there called Steve, a really big muscly guy. Some of the older guys will know him from back in the day. And I remember my dad saw him as the first person he saw. He was walking in. My dad was like, "Stay away from that guy, Jake. He looks terrified." But he's one of the nicest guys you'll meet. You didn't meet him, unfortunately. He hurt himself a couple of years ago. He hurt his knee really bad. But he was one of the nicest guys down at the gym, just like you, proper nice. And
Yeah.
but yeah, he's a big lump, and then my dad was like, stay away from him. And then I can't remember what if Rick was there. I think Rick might have been teaching the MMA class at the time because they used to do an MMA class on Saturdays as well. And then I think Roberto was there as well. He was showing a technique on Mark, and he choked little Mark, and
Yeah.
like he started like coughing and choking. And my dad was like, "Do you really want to do this? Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'll see how it goes. See how it goes." And that was it. I never looked back, never stopped.
Oh, and I heard that I wasn't there at the time, but I know that you did a MMA fight as well. You did one of the fights you stepped in for Fusion.
Yeah,
Uh,
I did.
what,
Yeah,
how was that?
yeah, it was good. It was good. I think so. I was actually ill like the week before it, so I hadn't trained for about I don't know maybe 3 or 4 days, and then Rick called me up one morning and was like, "Oh, how you doing?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm feeling better. I'll probably be at training tonight." And he was like, "Oh, okay. You're fighting on Saturday." I was like, "Oh, okay, okay then." He's like that, all right? I was like, "Well, if you think I'll win, I'll fight." And he said, "Yeah." So I said, "Yeah, sure." I think that was Thursday. He called me, and then so yeah, I went to train Thursday night, and then I fought on Saturday.
Oh man, and you won.
I won, thankfully. Yeah, thank God.
That's the best.
To be fair, I knew the guy that I fought. He'd fought on the show before, so I knew I'd do okay. But still a bit scary, obviously. But it was alright.
Yeah, Rick just put there, warrior. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh man. And do you ever think about doing MMA again, Jake? What's your plan?
Not really. Like I don't think about doing it. I wouldn't say no. Um, I wouldn't say never. Maybe is what I mean. But it's not something I'm interested in. I'm not interested in training for MMA or anything like that. You should probably train for it if you're going to do it. I wouldn't want to just like be a nutter and jump in on it again like I did. But I'm more interested in doing Jiu Jitsu than boxing and kickboxing and Muay Thai and things like that.
And you just said that armbar, was it the way you won the fight? How did you win?
Yeah, I won with an armbar. Yeah, that's right.
And how was the feeling before the fight? How did you feel like
Uh, it was, yeah, I felt all right. I'm normally pretty nervous for like jiu-jitsu competitions at least, but I wasn't too nervous for that. I don't know. Maybe it's just because there's so many people around that I was like familiar with and friendly with, so I was
yeah,
distracted for most of it.
that's
I don't know.
good. Oh, that's very good. On this note, I really felt like the same on the last competition, and I'm really very thankful to
Yeah,
you,
it
Ramon,
was
and
really good. Yeah, no, it was really good. You did really well actually as well. You were good.
you guys were not competing, and you did in Portugal there and support us, and really made us feel like very relaxed and chill towards it.
I wasn't relaxed, but you guys were.
And Todd as well, Jess. That was amazing, you know. And then I remember what you said. You said, Andre, just choose one voice and listen to it. And then you were saying, Andre, take his leg, his foot out. And I was like, left, right. And I couldn't think about it, but I could hear the voice in my head. And then it at least made me feel comfortable. And I'm really thankful to that. That was very
No,
good.
you did good. Like most people really struggle with just like listening to a coach at all when they're competing. They just sort of like they go into like a tunnel vision, and then they just can't really focus. But no, you did good. You did really good.
No, but we are very thankful to you. Like I say, not just for myself, but for Fola and Cass as well, everybody. So it was amazing. And Marcus, so Nova Force, I
Yeah,
get the support to us. So
it was a
that was
good day. It was a really good day.
fantastic. That was very good. Yeah.
We'll have more days like it soon, hopefully.
When are you planning to compete again, Jake? When you gonna see you in the match?
Well, I don't know now. Who knows with quarantine? My plan was to do the ADCC trials in I think
Ooh,
it's November or October. But we'll see how it goes. I've not obviously not trained for a little while, but if it comes back and and we can get to it, then yeah, I'll go do that one.
oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh,
good.
that would be fantastic, man. You're gonna do very well, and you're so amazing. You're very technical and you have like something on you, like very calm, and that's the main thing for the fight. I just spoke with Mr. Intense yesterday, and just he said that's what something that he needs to work on, and you definitely have it naturally. So it's very good, which can be good. Like if you know how to manage it, isn't it? How
Oh,
do you find it before the fight to manage the stress and the calmness? So to be able to not to be too calm and not to be too stressed.
um, I try. I just try. I honestly, I try not to think about fighting and or like, competing until like literally I'm about to step on the mat. That's what I try to do. Like I try to just like completely avoid it. Like even if I'm at a competition, I don't like to watch other people's matches. I like to like look away and like so obviously if I'm coaching I will, but if I'm just competing because I don't like to like get in the mindset of it until it's like go time and then I have to go.
That's good. And when was your last competition, Jake? When did you compete last?
I'm not I'm not sure. I was thinking about this the other day. I think I did a super fight against Ross Nichols. I think that was probably the last one. I don't know when it was though. I was a brown belt still. Um, yeah, I don't know. Probably a year and a half ago, maybe a year ago. I'm not sure. I think year and a half ago. I think yeah, that sounds about right. So it's been
Jake,
a while.
we're doing a survey here. You probably
Uh,
know by now that we're checking which one is the favorite part of the training from everyone that
oh
comes.
yeah, I've heard you ask. I've heard you ask. Yeah,
So we had Ash. So far, we had Ash with the warm up.
yeah,
We have
that's
like
boring
a
answer.
Jose,
Actual big fan. That.
Jose and Todd with specific training, and then we
Yeah.
have Jess. We have like Nathan, and we have Mr. Intense with the sparring. So and the team as well with the sparring. And what's your vote for?
It depends a little bit, I think. It'd probably be sparring, but I do really like specific sparring if it's right. If it's like, if it's good like rounds, or if it's like you've got good people to spar with, or like the specific things you're doing are fun. Like Ramon, I remember Ramon did a session for us all like maybe 2 3 weeks just before we went into lockdown, and we were doing a lot of like wrestling rounds specific. That was a really good class. I really enjoyed that.
That's the one with the takedowns, wasn't it? That's like
Yeah. That was a really good night.
that was a very good night. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was amazing. And do you prefer gi or no gi?
I prefer no gi to be honest. To be honest with you.
Why? Why?
I don't know. Like, I train the gi a lot more, but I'm probably a bit better in no gi, and I've always done a little bit better. I don't know, I like the sort of I like the speed. I don't like getting like held down by like the gi. I do like the gi, but like you see Rich Stevens complaining there at me, but he's the reason he's the reason I prefer no gi to gi. 'Cause he can't grab me.
It's leak. You're good on both. Look, you just said that you're good on both.
Oh, he's too
That's
kind.
it. Yeah, he knows. He's the one that trained you. That's it. He knows best. He knows best.
Yeah.
Have you ever had you have a fight on your head like that? Everything went perfect. That when you think about all the fights you had, like which one that was the one that you thought that was the best one? Like,
No, yeah, I mean, I've had a few where I've done like really well, like I've done really well, but I probably weren't, I probably wasn't fighting the best people at that point, so it's hard to say that it went like perfect. I don't know.
yeah,
I've fought some really good people and lost them, but done pretty well. But I've never had like a match like this I thought was like perfect. No, not really. To be honest with you, can't
yeah,
say.
that's it. But I know you well know as on the last competition I was in the changing room and then there was like a coach there, Freddie, and he just said, "Oh, you train with Jake?" He said, "Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Jake is very good. Jake is very good." I'm like,
Oh yeah, I know Fred. Yeah, actually, I competed against Fred years ago, back when I was purple belt. So yeah,
yeah, they said, "No, no, he's very good. He's very good." So you have a reputation there. You just have, that's something to be proud of. That's amazing.
that might have been my perfect match. That was quite a good match, to be fair. That one went quite well.
Yeah, this is why he has you. He has you in his name.
That's what I think. It's just 'cause I was good that day, maybe.
Probably this is his nightmare. It's
Yeah,
your best
maybe,
memory, his nightmare.
maybe.
And we were talking about the big guys at Nova Força, like
Uh huh.
the guys that the hairy ones, sweaty ones that like to sit on us. I don't know because with you is different. You don't get on this situation. But how do you feel
I just
about
avoid them. That's all. Don't worry. I just stay clear.
who are the ones that you avoid sparring with? If you can pick between them and someone else, you wouldn't.
No, I don't. I try not to avoid people, but to be totally honest, I wouldn't want to spar with Justin every day. Like, it's not good for your health. You've only got one spine, you need to look after it. Like, it's not good. But apart from that, I wouldn't try and avoid anyone else. He's just a bit extra dangerous.
And have you ever had to tap because you were like disgusted? Someone like really, you felt like, or maybe someone that didn't wash the gi, or like you just feel like, "Oh, I better tap now because
I've never had to tap from it. I remember I've competed a few times and thought that the person I was competing against really stunk. But I've never had to tap from like someone smelling bad. No.
it's just me again. Rita just said
Yeah, everyone likes picking at us.
everyone loves him. He's the one that if we go on Google and see which name is we talk most about on the live, it's Justin for sure,
Yeah,
100%.
I bet. He's a polarizing character for sure.
He's amazing, man. He's amazing. Look, everyone has like a favorite partner, like training partner, that when you train and
Yeah,
you just like feel that it challenge you enough, and you feel that it's very uh, brings you to your highest level. And who would be your best training partner there?
that's a hard question. I don't know. There's people for different things. I'd say. Like if I'm looking to like get beaten up and like be inspired to like see what I could be better, what I could like be like in the future. Maybe it'd be Rick, obviously. He's the hardest sparrer in the class in the club. Um, if I want to like go hard and just go at it for like a couple of rounds, then I can spar Ramon. Um, or like Black Belt Dan Ballinger. He's really good sparring. I
He's
really like
there.
sparring.
He's watching you.
Yeah, he's great sparring. Actually, I really enjoy sparring him. Um, I like sparring Paul Standerwick as well, Black Belt Paul. But I haven't sparred him in a long time, to be fair, because I haven't been in the day classes for a while. I actually, although I don't think he's listening. I used to really enjoy sparring Freddie, but he's in Australia
Yeah.
now.
He gonna come live on Saturday.
Oh,
So
is he? Oh, good, good.
he live on Saturday. Yeah. So you're gonna have live. So we have to change slightly the time, make it a little bit earlier because of the difference of the time. But we're gonna come live. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's good.
So I
That's
will
good.
send the link to him and tell him that you said that. Yeah.
Okay. You know, I like sparring him.
Yeah, that's it. And he's a great guy, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a
Great.
good guy.
And do you follow like a professional BJJ? Like you follow, you watch fights and
Yeah, I watch quite a bit. I watch quite a bit.
yeah. And who is your favorite fighter?
I've got a few. My favorite, the one I would say is probably like been my favorite from the start till like even now is probably Marcelo Garcia.
Yeah, yeah.
He's very good. But I like watching lots of different people. I was watching today. I was watching some jiu-jitsu. Actually, I was watching a guy called Bill Cooper. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's very good. An American guy. He's got very like exciting jiu-jitsu. Um, yeah, loads of people. Gary Tonin, Gordon Ryan. They're always good, obviously. There's
A lot of the guys
too many
from the
to say.
OG, isn't it? Like we watch
Yeah, a
it.
lot of them are nogi guys. That is true. I actually I prefer to watch nogi opposed to the gi, definitely, because I think it's a bit faster. It's a little bit more exciting most of the time, at least.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a bit of the rugby for Ramon, isn't it? It's like a lot of the takedowns on the no-gi and then the
Yeah,
rest.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And do you have any plans for the next year or 5 years or 20 years? What's your goal, like a life goal? Or
My
your
life goals.
your plan a short term and then maybe a medium and then another one like a
Um,
good
I
term.
do have some goals. I'd like to, I'd like to compete in ADCC at some point in terms of jiu-jitsu.
That's amazing.
That's like my main aspiration in jiu-jitsu. Um, I don't know. Apart from that, just sort of live a nice happy life.
Do you want to follow the plumbing or do you want to be like a gym owner or coach? What's your or
I,
you want to do both eventually? What's your
I don't think I'd ever have my own gym, to be honest. I think I'd like to sort of set up my own plumbing company one day and make a living through that. That's probably my plan.
yeah, yeah, we're gonna miss, but we still have to keep coaching, man, because you
Yeah, definitely. This thing I like coaching. I do enjoy coaching, but I don't think it's something I would like to do every day. Like it's hard to do every day. Like Yeah, I don't know. You
You
got to give
have
a lot of
to
credit.
speak.
You got to give a lot of credit to the guys that can do it every day. I think it's tough, but
Yeah, that's it. And they said the question about the smelly guy is my favorite one, but actually my favorite one is this one. When you go to the nightclub and you have the fight on the nightclub. So this is from Dave Kimura, Dave Hong Kong that sent this
oh
one.
yeah,
So when you go to the nightclub and there's the fight break, you cannot take Justin, you cannot take Baker, or you cannot take Rick. You have to take three guys to help you
I
in
get
the
three guys.
in a fight. So if you have a fight in the club, in trouble there.
Um, three guys. I'll take black belt Dan.
Like well done.
I just like to see him like judo throw someone. I'll take who else? We take. I'll take Nor because he's had a lot of experience in
Vote for no, I had a vote yesterday as well.
yeah, he's had a lot of experience in that game, so we'll take him. Um, and we'll take Ibra because he'll probably just like trip and fall over, and then everyone will bundle on top of him. We can take it. Yeah,
Yeah, we want you in the live as well, Ibrahim. Look,
yeah.
there.
Everyone can fight Ibra, and me and Dan will sneak off and leave him.
So will be no Ibra and done.
No, probably not Ibra to be honest, but yeah. Probably not actually, right? I'll probably take Ramon. We'll take Ramon,
Oh,
Dan. That'd be good enough team. I love that.
oh man! And I heard that you've been to Brazil as well, and it
Yeah,
was
I've been to Brazil twice.
that's it. And as we know now, with the coronavirus, so doesn't work like that anymore. Everything that goes to Brazil is staying in Brazil because the coronavirus went to China is and it's everywhere now. So you have to spread the love and tell us what's happened in Brazil there. Share what was the how was the trip?
Yeah, Brazil. It was really fun. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Um, it was just I've been ill every single time I've gone to Brazil,
Oh
like
man.
really ill, but not because I've been unfortunate, just because I haven't slept. Like you don't get to sleep when you go to Brazil with these group of people. I'm afraid. Like you go out all night and then you come back and then you go to train and then you might have nice lunch somewhere or nice dinner somewhere and then you go train again and then you go and then you go out late. It's not good for your health. I don't know. It's good fun. It's good. There's some good stories, but
Yeah, but I heard that you went to a gym there and then they took you to a special uh, a back room there to fight. Like they want you.
yeah, they
How was
did. Yeah,
that?
it was Josie and Gracie's in Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
So they've got like a normal room which is just like on like the ground floor, and then they've got a downstairs bit which is like it's like down like two or three floors almost, and it's obviously Brazil's hot anyway, but it's just like incredibly hot down there. And like so the first day we turned up, they were like, "Oh, all of you English guys go downstairs," and then like just like they just picked basically all their black belts, all their brown belts, and I think a couple of their like bigger purple belts. And then they all just went downstairs, and we all just sort of went at it for a couple of rounds. So, well, the whole class to be fair. But so yeah, that was a hard session.
Which
Pretty,
belt
pretty
for you
fun.
at the time, Jake?
I think so. That was the second time. I think I was a purple belt when we went there.
And they got all the black and brown belts to test you down there on the back room
Yeah. That was a tough one.
on the open. And how did you go? How was it? That's what. Tell us.
Yeah, it went alright. I'm still alive, so it's not too bad. Not too.
Now I have the questions here that the guy sent to you. So we
Oh, okay,
just halfway through. Don't worry, almost finished.
no worries.
Look, Dave Kimura sent one. I
Okay.
think he's the Jedi Master. Pretty much everyone does. Does he feel he's as good as everyone's think?
Wait. What did Dave say?
He thinks that you are Jedi, that you are the master.
Jedi. Oh, okay.
And then he's asking if you think the same. How do you think about your strength, your superpower?
Um, I'm okay, but there's always room to be better, I guess. I don't know.
But in the gym, how do you feel? Like you feel you can handle pretty much everyone apart of weight.
Uh, depends on the day, I guess.
That's it, Dave. That's for you. And he said that suffers from the imposter syndrome because he got his blue belt and he feels that he's not good enough to have the blue belt. He said that you ever felt like this when you got your black belt.
Did I? It's a hard one. I'd like to like give him some sort of like sympathy and say yes, but honestly, I've always felt pretty comfortable like when I got my belts. But I suppose it's just because I competed a lot and I trained a lot, so like even so I always got a chance to like see where I stacked up against other people like around the country, around the world, I guess. Uh,
Yeah.
so yeah, I never felt like I would never be like worried about telling anyone I was a black belt or anything like that because I know that I'll at least be alright. Like there'll be black belts out there that will like be much better than me, I'm sure. But there's no one that. But I'm never going to be like embarrassed.
And what's the feeling when you get the black belt, Jake? What
Um, it's good, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. It's a big moment. It's been like a big part of my life for most of my life now. Um, so yeah, it's pretty incredible. It's not an everyday occurrence, I guess. Yeah.
it's special, man. It's very special. And Marcus asked, if your vegan diet affect your training and your strength.
It does affect my training, but only in the sense that everyone in the club takes the piss out of me. And yeah, no. Apart from that, no, I feel pretty strong still. I wouldn't like. I know there was that documentary that came out about like vegans being like superhumans and whatnot. I wouldn't say that that's like the case. I wouldn't be. I'm not. I don't think I'm particularly different than I was before, but I'm not worse. I'm not better. So it is what it is, I guess.
Uh,
Maybe I'm healthier. Maybe I'm not. I don't. Who knows? I don't know.
and what about you against yourself? Do you feel like against, if you compare yourself now and when you were not vegan, how do you feel? Do you feel it's better or?
Um. Well, right now I haven't done jiu-jitsu in a little while, so I don't know. But no, I've always been improving, so I don't know. I think I've always been. I'll be better than I was when I was eating meat. I can't actually remember when I stopped. So I can't remember at what point I was, but I'll definitely be better.
Except Rick, which Nova Força black belt you least like to meet in a competition? Except Rick. So who would be the one that you didn't want to see in a competition?
In a competition, um, probably Edge to be totally honest, just because I know that he'll never get tired. Like he'll never give up. So it's going to be like 10 minutes of going at it, like going proper hard. So yeah, you got to be ready to fight him. I guess you got to be like geared up for it. That's what
And
he'd be.
what's your favorite submission, Jake?
Um, I
That's
don't
for
know.
you and Todd. Ask this question. What's your favorite submission?
I, I think I like the one I probably do the most is arm bars. I would say, but I think I probably if you said what's my favorite, I would say actually like rear naked choke is probably my favorite. Like I think it's probably the best submission. If you rear naked choke someone, I think like there's no like that's the best. It's like
That's top of the game.
someone might be able to be tough and like let their arm crack a little bit and survive, but if you get a good rear naked choke on someone, they're pretty much done.
And what's your favorite lifting exercise?
Lifting exercise, I like just like traditional like back squats, like yeah, barbell squats is probably my favorite thing to do.
That's it. And then we have a question here from Neil. Who is your favorite middle-aged lunchtime student? That was new.
That's a hard one. That's a hard one. There's a lot of middle-aged lunchtime students. You guys, I don't know how you guys don't need to go to work. What's going on? But no, there's a lot of good middle-aged men at jiu-jitsu. So that's a hard one to answer. That's a hard one.
And what's the key for us, like for us not Jedi's of the Jiu-Jitsu? What's the key for us to improve? What do you think would be the best thing for us to do to improve on our Jiu-Jitsu game?
Um, that's a hard one as well. Everyone's different, I guess. Um, well, the thing I guess everyone learns differently. Like some people are really good at like watching stuff and learning, and then some people are really good at like doing stuff, and some people are better at like analyzing it afterwards. So I guess the best thing would be to try and figure out how you learn the best, and really try and like focus on that as much as you possibly can. Like some people can just some people can like think about techniques and just do them, and some people can watch them and do them, but some people have to like practice them first and then do them, and some like need to drill it. It all depends on yourself really. Just find out what suits you the best, and try and spend the most time doing that.
And regarding competition, what do you think like would be your advice for someone that's going competing for the first time? There was some white belt at this point.
Competing for the first time, I always say have a bit of a game plan, not like a crazy like detailed game plan, but have like an idea, like if you want to try and take them down, if you want to try and pull guard and go for a certain sweep, or play a certain guard at least, or like try and pass the guard in a certain way if you want to try and like knee slide pass or Toriano pass, or whatever you like. Have an idea of that at least in your head, and then try and implement it, but then be ready if it doesn't go to plan, to sort of keep fighting, and just sort of be ready, because you're going to be a lot more tired than you expect.
Yeah, well, we just have Lee there, the Iron Man.
Yeah, little
And we have another one here from Ibran. Look, why you shave your hair off?
Why'd I shave my hair off?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm lacking quite a lot of it here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it had to go at some point. I thought I'd do it gracefully. I was starting to get just like a little tuft in the middle flapping about when I was sparring, so didn't have that anymore.
And we have one final question here from Rob. Rob, black belt, isn't it, Rob? So just said, Jake. Jake told me that Rick was doing his head up at work. So Rick was stressing you at work, and
Oh,
then
is that why I lost my hair?
you start to work with Justin. How is it going?
Oh, my life is just stress. That's it. No, it's good. It's good working with Justin. It's stressful as well, but it is good. It's good.
You just get strong boss. All your boss are like
I know. Yeah, what's that all about? Normally, if you're good at Jiu Jitsu, you can beat up your boss, but I've never had that. I've never had that like pleasure. Maybe.
That's it, Jake. Oh, Jake, thank you so much again, man, for joining us, for your time.
Thank you for having me, buddy.
And do you have anything that you want to say to the guys there, like your final words to the crowd?
I just hope that everyone's well and healthy and keeping sane and trying to keep fit, and hopefully I'll see you guys all soon. Yeah, that's about it, I guess. And,
That's it, Jake. Oh, man, thank you so much. And we keep posted. If you stay like this, maybe I'm gonna need to interview you again. So this is why I'm saving some questions for the next one.
all right.
Hopefully not. Hopefully we're gonna be back shortly, but let's see how it goes. Lots of hearts there for you, Jake. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done,
Love all you guys too.
thank you, Jake. Oh, thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Take care. Have a lovely evening, everybody. Thank you.